Hey guys, it's Chris3 here, and as you can see, this is not the Canadian Grand Prix, it's the French Grand Prix. We had issues with the Canadian Grand Prix as the lobby had some glitches and too many infringements to the rules. The league has decided to call it off, and instead we're going to have the French Grand Prix, so the Canadian Grand Prix is fully cancelled, and we move on into the French Grand Prix. As we load into short qualifying here at Paul Ricard, in real life probably one of the worst circuits on the F1 calendar. In the game it's not too bad. Let's see how it goes. If I checked the session weather, and it should rain at the end, so it will be crucial to put in a good lap early in the session. Let's see as we go out for our first flyer. And now we are at the end of the lap, going through the last couple of corners, really tight through here. You need to be really careful as we're gonna start our lap behind two cars. Hopefully they don't interfere with our lap too much, because the dirty air can kill you in the first and third sector. Slightly wide on the apex, not the best corner through there. But we go on, we're going to have one more lap later, hopefully, if the rain doesn't come in too quickly. Let's see, tight on the curb there. You have to be careful though, these curbs are really 3D, can offset you very much. The McLaren ahead are not really close enough to give us the tow through this long and Mistral straight. But we should be good because there's no dirty air in sector 3 then. Try to stay wide on the entry, cut that curb a lot. Don't lose the car on the exit, and all fine. No troubles for now, quite a decent lap actually. See, heading into the third sector now. After the long Mistral straight separated by chicanes, and now the long sweeping corner. You have to be really careful. Really good through there. Now don't get on the inside curb, it can upset you a lot, as I hesitate slightly and go too wide, as I didn't want to hit the curb on the inside. And the last two corners, stay slightly wide on the entry, then cut in on the exit, clip the curb on the inside slightly, and now sprint to the line, open DRS as the two McLarens give up, and we go fastest. That's provisional pole position. Let's see how it goes later. Like I said, at the end there is rain forecasted for this session. So we're here at the end of our in-lap, and we jump into this very long pit lane around Paul Ricard. Only 60 an hour, and it's eternity to go through here. I'm really trying to hurry up because I don't know when the rain is gonna come. So hopefully the boys get me quick, and then we switch tires, go for another lap. As we are getting pushed into our garage, our front jackman lifts us up. Let's see the weather for the next part of the session. Like I said, there was rain expected. For now it doesn't look like it's gonna rain, but I think there's gonna be little drops towards the end. As we get our screen on now, as you can see on screen, there is rain coming. I just checked the timetables and switch tires quickly and go out straight away, because I don't want to get caught out by the rain. And it was coming very soon, although the indicator on the top didn't show there will be rain. There actually was. So my teammate goes out, and I go out just behind him. There's people trying to get a lap time in. So we get out of the pits, and hopefully we can stick it on pole position here, as we are already in provisional pole, and we were pretty quick on that first lap time. As we're here at the end of our outlap, it's still pretty sunny out there. The clouds are coming though, it's gonna rain as we prepare The last corner, don't touch the curbs, get a good acceleration. I don't think this was too bad as we start our final lap in short quali. See, slightly slower than the previous time. Here, cutting a lot more on the apex, and we already gain 1.5 tenths, nearly 2 tenths now, and heading down to the twisty part of sector 1. Stay tight on the curb. Okay, we're about 2 tenths up, and purple in the first sector. Let's see, understeering slightly wide going under the Mistral straight now. That's 1.5 tenths gain to our previous lap time. Let's see how it's gonna be overall. Let's head to the chicane in the middle of the straight. Wide on the entry, cut the curb a lot. Tight on the apex, clip that curb, and we're through 1.7 tenths gained. Let's see, we're heading to the quick right-hander, no lift. Let's see, long sweeping corner here. I get a little bit tighter than previously, and I think I gain a little bit of time compared to the previous lap time. Nearly 2 tenths there as we go green in the second sector. And we go through the last 2 corners of the track. Let's see, tight here, and let's see how the last corner. It's crucial to not get this acceleration zone wrong, because the run to the line is pretty long. But here we are, 2 tenths ahead of our previous lap time, and for now it's provisional pole position. And now we skip to the end of the session. As you can see, the flag has fallen. There's the last McLaren coming in on soft tyres, which means he's not going to improve, which means we will be on pole position for the French Grand Prix. Wow, what a session. My first pole position ever in this league. And what a start. Hopefully we can finish where we start in the race.
It's that time once again, the final moment before lights out and the charge down to turn 1. Who will come out on top at Paul Ricard today? We'll find out soon as the French Grand Prix gets underway. Mastering a lap of Paul Ricard means getting to know 15 corners, 6 left and 9 right, for an overall lap distance of 3.6 miles. The 2 halves of the long Mistral straight are separated by a heavy braking zone into a potential overtaking hotspot at the chicane Nord. And watch out for the drivers running onto the distinctive coloured stripes, which are low in grip and highly abrasive.
As we load onto the grid in pole position, our first pole position of this season, and hopefully there are many to come. Right now, let's focus on this race then, as my engineer gives me a 2-stop, and that's what I'm gonna do. However, I'm gonna change it slightly, so we do 2 sets of softs and a set of mediums at the end, because there's gonna be a few safety cars. I think that's a better strategy, because you can change off quickly and you're not gonna waste as much time, because the safety cars are gonna save your tires a bit. As you can see on the screen, it's only 6 tenths slower as I put a little bit less fuel into the car than my strategists say to do. However, we're probably gonna get a 4-lap extra fuel by the end, knowing the league and how many safety cars we usually get. So let's go to the 5 red lights. So here we are at the end of the formation lap, coming back in P1. Let's do this as we're coming towards our starting box right now. As you can see, tire marks on the track. Did a pretty good burnout on the start to heat up the rear tires. Let's see. Everyone is lining up. It's gonna be quite a wait as we're in first place. Let's see, come on, hurry up boys, let's do this. Let's start this race. Hopefully we're gonna finish where we start and take the win at the French Grand Prix. Okay, the green flags are on. The rest of the grid is loading in, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And go! What is it gonna be? Decent start as we get ahead of second place. Let's see, turn 1 as Red Bull lunges in. Oh, nearly hits us. He actually hits us slightly on the front wing. I didn't want to fight it because we're gonna spin off, and right now we're in second place. And as the safety car comes out straight away, let's see, it was a virtual and now transforms into a normal safety car. So a very quick safety car here around France. There's not much strategy play right now. I'm pitting later around lap 6, so this won't change much. This will just help me save the tires slightly. And let's see how this works out for us. As we're here at the end of lap 3, coming to the safety car restart, as this Red Bull is going to lead us to turn 1. Let's see, he goes slightly wider. When is he gonna go? Probably slightly later in the straight because he doesn't want to get overtaken really quickly, as he backs us up a lot. And he goes now. He doesn't really catch us napping. It wasn't too bad of a restart. We stay in second place, keeping the gap pretty steady to both cars behind and in front. There's a lot of dirty air. You can see I'm understeering slightly on the track. That might be damage as well from that start. And now we move on to the further part of lap 5. We pushed away from the Alfa Romeo behind. However, the Red Bull has created a gap, and I don't know if I don't have damage on that front wing from that start. Let's see. We'll go through the corners as he spins off slightly, and we gain back a lot of time to him. That we're still, I don't know if the RS is enabled yet after the safety car restart. We're gonna see it is not, and the safety car comes out again, and we just passed the pit lane. That's very, very unfortunate, as we have to go around the whole lap behind the delta, and people behind us will have a free pit stop. And that really messes up our strategy. So here we are, the end of lap 6, as we've done the whole lap behind the safety car. That slowed us down a lot. And we come into the pits right now, as the rest of the people who boxed will overtake us. And here we are in this super long pit lane. See, it's gonna take a long time to get our tires changed. As the Red Bull comes in now, he might get held up by some of these guys behind. Hopefully there is a chance that we emerge ahead of him out of the box. Let's see, as we change tires onto softs. Where's the Red Bull? Just ahead of us. So close, but we didn't get him, and we go out in P9. See how the restart will go though, as we have to still catch up to the safety car, which shouldn't be an issue. And now we're at the back of the queue. We're not really at the back, there's a few cars behind us, but we're towards the end, and we're preparing for the safety car restart now on fresh softs, committing to the 2-stop. As a few guys behind box on the hards, which means they're gonna be slow. Let's see how it goes. Get a decent restart. We get a very good restart actually, and gain on the Red Bull as he weaves slightly on the straight, and I think we're gonna go for it. Is there enough space on the inside? We go for it, and there's the Haas on the inside as he parks it up on the apex. That was very unfortunate, as the Red Bull behind spins. We have wing damage and we have to box to change it. And here we are, the end of lap 8. On to 9. We have to change our front wing, which changes my strategy completely, which means we're gonna go onto hard tires and try and go to the end. It might be risky, but we have to do this. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Changed our front wing and getting onto hard tires. These tires are going to be horrible for the first few laps, but hopefully we can gain back time to the guys ahead. As we're here at the end of lap 13 and going on to lap 14, one guy has boxed, which lifted us up to P10, and we gained back a lot of time to this Aston Martin. I don't know if he has damage or his tires are going already, but he didn't show great pace and I was really catching up to him. Our teammate is just ahead in P8. Let's see what we can do to that as we round out the first two corners. and he is 1.5 ahead. We have to close into at least that 1 second to get DRS off him, but as you can see, we gain a lot of time for this tight section, and we're here 9 tenths behind him. We're really close now. I think we're gonna get DRS on this straight, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. 6 tenths now. We're really getting back. He might have damage on his front wing because he's losing a lot of time in the corners. Let's see, we're closing up. I don't think it's gonna be close enough. We just scare him. He goes wide. Let's see, I'm trying to get a better exit through here as he goes slightly wide. We're gonna have, oh, we're gaining. Is this gonna be enough to go on the inside of this right-hander? Not enough, as this would end in a horrendous crash if I actually went side by side. As he parks it down on the apex, I need to back out because that will be another wing damage for me. Let's see how he gets on the exit. Not the best. And he goes wide, really wide. He understeers wide, and we have gained the position. We're ahead of him. That was exactly what I had to do, and now let's chase after the rest of the guys ahead. The closest target is my teammate 5.7. Let's see how quickly we can close that gap. Okay, so here we are at the end of lap 17 and going on to lap 18. So we can see the Aston Martin is exiting the pits right now on fresh medium tires. 2.6 seconds the gap. Let's see how much of that gap can we cut in, if that's even possible, because he should be pulling away from us quickly because my tires are not fresh. I've put them on 10 laps ago. Let's see, we're gonna go into Mistral straight, but the lucky thing is my teammate is ahead on slightly used mediums. Let's see if he can hold him up. Lap 20 now. As you can see, the Aston Martin and my teammate are fighting, and the Aston Martin is forced wide, and we gain back a lot of time. We've gained up over a second just in that one chicane. 1 second behind them already. As we go into turn 11, long swooping corner, really easy to go too wide. Let's see, now turn 12, nice and tight on the exits, don't touch the curb too much. We should get DRS off him right now as we're less than a second behind. Hopefully we're gonna get a good exit of the final corner. Not really, as his tires should have supreme grip at this point. 0.7 seconds the gap. We're closing, but not enough. Let's see how much my teammate can help me, as my ERS is in single digits right now. I overused it slightly, don't have that much energy to play with as we both close up to my teammate right now. Let's see, exiting the Mistral straights, I understeered wide, and let's see, we're slightly behind. The Aston Martin is way closer to my teammate than I am to him. That's not good. That means we're not able to attack him into this chicane. Hopefully we get close back to him towards the end of the lap. As we skip towards sector 3 of lap 21, the Aston Martin is getting really impatient with my teammate here. He's really slowing him down, trying to help me out, as I'm 0.9 behind him, now above a second. But let's see, they're gonna go side by side into turn 1. That might not end well, as my teammates squeezing him onto the curb and the Aston Martin spins out. I don't know how much effort was that from my teammate, but that was really helpful for me. And now we close up to him, and hopefully he won't make a problem to get past. And let's see, he goes slightly wide on the entrance to the straight as I get DRS off him. We're heading towards the chicane. Hopefully he'll let me by, as I have a lot more pace than him. Let's see. On the inside, cut the curb a little bit too much as he moves out the way. Thank you very much. And now we continue on behind the two McLarens. I don't know if I'll be able to catch them. Probably not, as they're on fresher, softer tyres. And now we skip on to the 27th lap, final lap of the Grand Prix. Nothing has happened for the last 5 laps. I was just controlling the pace, trying not to spin off. As you can see, my tyres are really worn at this point. 77% on the front left. I was trying to chase back to the guys ahead. They pulled their weight slightly, but not that much on their fresh, soft tyres, as the McLaren wins the French Grand Prix. And we round off the 2 last corners, and we're gonna come home to finish 4th. The Alfa Romeo ahead of me has boxed on the hards way earlier and finished the race in P3. Good job to him. Probably he'd made less pit stop than me because of the wing change that I had to do mid-race. So here we are, podium celebrations. 1-2 for McLaren, Alfa Romeo in 3rd, and we are in 4th. Decent race, but hopefully better next time. See ya!